This year, we celebrate the 10th year anniversary of the resolution of the United Nations, which, in the General Assembly of the October 20, 2010, invites all in the world to celebrate the World Interfaith Harmony Week from February 1 to 7 of every year. In the resolution, they affirm that the United Nations encourages all states to support, on a voluntary basis, the spread of the message of interfaith harmony and goodwill in the world's churches, mosques, synagogues, temples, and other places of worship during that week, based on love of God and love of one's neighbor, or on love of the good and love of one's neighbor, each according to their own religious traditions or convictions. This new initiative of harmony in the midst of divisions and conflicts in the world has been gathered by many. In the Philippines, in the southern part of Mindanao, the Silsila Dialogue Movement has welcomed this new voice of hope focused on the love of God, love of neighbor, and the love for the common good. A voice that is different from the many local, international peace agreements, a voice that has touched the hearts of people of different cultures and religions, a voice that reaffirms the importance of the centrality of God, recognized by many names, by different religions, and spiritual journey of human beings in search for happiness. This voice is very close to the spirit of the Silsila Dialogue Movement and was welcomed also by many other Muslims and Christians in Zamboanga City, including other sectors of society. Silsila soon became the local group and the convener, encouraging first the Bishop Ulama Conference of the Philippines, friends from the academe and religious groups to join together to celebrate the World Interfaith Harmony Week. In 2012, together as partners, we celebrated the first World Interfaith Harmony Week celebration. Zamboanga City's 1st District Congressional Representative, Maria Isabel Beng Climaco Salazar, now the Mayor of Zamboanga City, sponsored a bill in the House enjoining the celebration of World Interfaith Harmony Week in the Philippines as encouraged by the United Nations resolution. Senator Loren Legarda sponsored a similar version for the Senate. Both bills passed the respective houses and became a law of the land upon signing by President Benigno S. Aquino III, the Republic Act No. 10525, an act declaring the first week of February of every year as World Interfaith Harmony Week in the entire country and mandating its observance by the different government agencies. From 2012 until now, the United Nations Interfaith Harmony Partner Zamboanga has been consistent in celebrating and spreading the World Interfaith Harmony Week even before and after the siege in Zamboanga that happened on September 9, 2013, causing a lot of violence, pain, and divisions in the city. Guided by enthusiasm and determination, Silsila spread this initiative among the groups present in many parts of Mindanao and Manila areas. And this year, 2020, through the Episcopal Commission on Interreligious Dialogue of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, this celebration has been spread around the country as a special event to promote interreligious dialogue. To help the Episcopal Commission on Interreligious Dialogue of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines to spread this initiative in all dioceses, universities, and other schools, the United Nations Interfaith Harmony Partners Zamboanga started earlier to prepare the program and finalize the theme. This year, there are more than 40 partners from different sectors of society, and the theme chosen is Celebrating Dialogue Towards Harmony. With excitement and joy, this year 2020, many groups took their initiatives to sponsor activities from February 1 to 7. One initiative that has been promoted since the beginning in Zamboanga City during the World Interfaith Harmony Week up to now is the Neighbors in Harmony. These neighbors can take this occasion to share how to develop better harmony among them and, if needed, to ask for forgiveness. On February 8, at the end of the special week, we invited the partners to go to the Zamboanga City Jail to be together in solidarity with those people who are deprived of liberty to celebrate the World Interfaith Harmony Week. The Zamboanga City Jail is in the heart of the city, covering a small area with more than 1,000 male inmates and 300 female inmates. Silsila gave formation on regular basis to them on the culture of dialogue path to peace. In this overcrowded setup, where there are a lot of sufferings, we can see signs of solidarity among inmates and the personnel assisting them with care and attention. We arrived in the morning of Saturday, February 8, and the only big area of the Zamboanga City Jail was prepared. The program started at the presence of some persons deprived of liberty and families who visited their families who are in jail. It was indeed a touching moment for all of us, partners, and also for the inmates. Thanks to the support and collaboration of the Zamboanga City Jail Management. The year 2020, the World Interfaith Harmony Week coincides with the 20th anniversary of the Harmony Chain Initiative. This initiative was started by Silsila in the year 2000, where the president at that time declared an all-out war in Mindanao, thinking that was the solution to resolve conflict. Alarmed by this sad moment in the history, Silsila decided to invite all to use the arm of prayer, promoting the Harmony Prayer. Today, this initiative has been spread in many countries. Years ago, we made this initiative visible and we prepared inside the Harmony Village the House of Nations, the home of the Harmony Chain Initiative. This simple building was the first in Harmony Village, located between the Muslim and Christian prayer house. And today, there are thousands of people and groups who pray and sing the Harmony Prayer. Hanging of streamers and tarpaulins to the different locations within the city of Zamboanga. This activity aims to give awareness campaign and support to the World Interfaith Harmony Week celebrations. This special activity was sponsored by the Silsila Dialogue Movement. Media Conference. This activity is a gathering of media outlet of Zamboanga City to plan and assess what we can do more to spread the spirit of dialogue and peace during the World Interfaith Harmony Week celebration. World Interfaith Harmony Week prayers and messages at the Eucharistic celebration and services in the different Christian communities. This activity wished to spread the spirit of World Interfaith Harmony Week, especially on Sunday, inviting those present to a Christian celebration to internalize the spirit of the World Interfaith Harmony Week. Flag ceremony activity with the city mayor, military people, and government employees to commemorate the World Interfaith Harmony Week. This is to give attention to the celebration of the World Interfaith Harmony Week in the spirit of its theme, celebrating dialogue towards harmony. This event is sponsored by the Interfaith Council of Zamboanga, schools, and other government institutions.
Wave Beats Music.
Symposium on Mental Health, Wellness, and Culture of Dialogue. Nowadays, many youths are disturbed because of many issues they encounter in their family, school, and peers. This symposium will let participants understand mental health and how to cope up with it. This significant event was sponsored by the Zamboanga State College of Marine Science and Technology. Film viewing on human milk bank activity and pasteurization process. This activity is to educate the mothers and promote the value of mother's milk in saving lives and overcoming culture and religious barrier. The said activity was sponsored by Human Milk Bank, Zamboanga City Medical Center. Madrasa Education Program. This activity is spearheaded by the Madrasa Education Program of Department of Education. This program was organized for the Arabic language and Islamic values education or alive teachers of DepEd in Zamboanga City. This is to understand and learn more about the celebration and the spirit of the World Interfaith Harmony Week, also to inspire others to work on dialogue towards harmony through teaching. Capacity training on parental responsibilities and rights and privileges of Filipino teachers. This is an activity sponsored by the Commission of Human Rights at Don Pablo Lorenzo Memorial High School. It aims to harmonize the responsibilities of parents and teachers in the upbringing of Filipino children. Forum on Early Detection and Prevention of Breast Cancer. This activity aims to increase awareness that breast cancer is one of the leading causes of death in the Philippines and increase knowledge that early detection of a breast cancer survivors can have quality of life. This activity is sponsored by the Mindanao Breast Cancer Support and Empowerment Association. Medical care services to IP Subanen, which includes mass blood typing, TB and cancer screening, health advocacy, acupuncture, breast cancer awareness forum, and libreng gupit by Philippine Army. This special activity aims to reach out to indigenous people in hard time to reach barangay and provide health care services in the spirit of harmony and peace. This activity was sponsored by the Zamboanga City Medical Center, NCIP, Mindanao Breast Cancer Support and Empowerment Association, Center for Holistic Healthcare, and Philippine Army. Symposium lecture on KK feeding program and gift giving. This activity wishes to reach out to the community and appreciate the efforts of the PNP in the enforcement of peace and order and encourage them to support the implementation of the anti-drug campaign and to be able to give awareness on violent extremism. This activity is sponsored by the Philippine National Police, Zamboanga City Office, Region 9. Symposium on Dialogue Towards Harmony, the Challenge of the Year of Ecumenism, Interreligious Dialogue, and Indigenous People in Zamboanga City. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines launched in 2020 the Special Year of Ecumenism, Interreligious Dialogue, and Indigenous Peoples. The activity aims to invite leaders to present the three realities in the context of the Philippines and Zamboanga. It is also an occasion to plan what they can do together, presenting their ideas, plans, and aspiration to the Mayor of Zamboanga City and other authorities to listen and support any solid and doable plan. Good stories of change in the spirit of harmony among the different groups will be shared and some will also be published. This is to create an avenue for the young people of diverse cultures and religions to come together to experience and establish good relationships and to strengthen the common good between Muslims, Christians, and other living faiths. This activity was sponsored by the Interfaith Council of Zamboanga. Sharing the message of interfaith in the congregation prayer. This activity aims to build friendship and harmonious relationships among people of different religions and cultures and encourage all Muslim communities to spread the message of interfaith harmony. This activity is sponsored by Muslim communities, mosques, madaris, and alive teachers who are invited during that Friday prayer or other time of the week to present the World Interfaith Harmony Week in its spirit. Harmony Youth Day. This activity aims to create an avenue for the young people of diverse cultures and religions to come together to experience and establish good relationships. This is a big gathering of students coming from different schools, colleges, and universities. This year, we also invited youths from different communities, especially the Subanen and Bajau youths. This activity is sponsored by Silsila Dialogue Movement in collaboration with DepEd, CHED, private schools and universities through the link moderators and peace coordinators and the administration of different institutions, Harmony Zone areas, and communities. We invite the United Nations Interfaith Harmony Partners of Zamboanga to share their experiences, and during this event, they also received certificates and plaques of recognition. Many partners arrived for this closing program of the World Interfaith Harmony Week 2020 to strengthen the collaboration and friendship among the partners of Zamboanga City. The program was divided in few parts, giving time to hear some experiences done by different groups. For this special occasion, we also invite two Muslim friends to share their experiences, one coming from a scholarship program in Italy and another one coming from Saudi Arabia as a working nurse, both young leaders from Dialogue and Peace Group of Silsila Dialogue Movement. Certificates and plaques of recognition were given by the convener of this program, Father Sebastiano de Ambra, with a Catholic priest, a priest from other Christian denomination, and an imam. The flow of this special occasion was very friendly and was closed with a sharing of dinner together where each group continued their conversation and their sharing together. During this activity, it was also mentioned how the initiative started 10 years ago by United Nations and was taken in Zamboanga City by the Silsila Dialogue Movement, and with the help of many friends, leaders, and groups, this initiative has been spread in many parts in Zamboanga City and Mindanao, and this year, the World Interfaith Harmony Week was also spread in other parts of the country as part of the celebration of the year 2020, a special year of ecumenism, interreligious dialogue, and indigenous peoples promoted by the Catholic Church in the Philippines. This is the preparation to the celebration of the 500 year of Christianity in the Philippines. We know that the past history in the Philippines, especially in Mindanao, had been times of conflict with many dark and bright pages in history. But we are convinced that the World Interfaith Harmony Week celebration will continue to help the many partners in Zamboanga City and other parts in the Philippines to build dialogue towards harmony, to build together a better future for the common good.